Hello, Let's Do Video viewers. Welcome back to the Magic Let's Do Video boardroom. And welcome, first-time guest in the boardroom, Lev. Lev, great to see you. Can you please introduce yourself to our viewers?
Wonderful. Hello, David. It's a big pleasure for me to be here on this interview. I'm really looking for the introduction about our products and technology about TrueConf. So we are doing video conferencing business for a pretty long time. So I'm glad to be finally here.
Great. Well, can you tell us, for those of our reviewers who have never heard of TrueConf, can you give us a company overview and tell us a little bit about your target users?
Sure. Well, we are doing video conferencing software for almost 20 years. So we started back in 2004. We had developed solutions for dial-up connections. I believe we were one of the first companies to offer group conferencing capabilities for PCs. It was a long time ago when the first sphere-like web cameras from Logitech were released, and we tried to utilize them over very old CPUs like Pentium 3 or even older to deliver video conferencing. There was a lot of challenges, especially mathematic challenges, video compression challenges. This is actually where our history began because the core part of our company, the founders, we were graduated from the laboratory of data compression in Moscow State University, and we are very good at mathematics and algorithms, and we try to put our knowledge into the first version of our product. By that time, we even had our own video compression codec, and the business evolved. So we are no longer targeting dial-up connections because now we have a very nice, very good broadband connections almost everywhere. We have a perfect mobile connectivity from everywhere, so we can do video conferencing in most of the locations. However, we are a little bit different from others because we are targeting customers who really care about the security of their communications. Most of our customers, we call them the public sector, government customers. Some of them are connected with defense and military. More customers are coming from critical infrastructure organizations, let's say energy plants, some big factories, railroads, nuclear plants, air traffic, for example. And other large part of our customers are regular enterprises, pretty large organizations who still want to use video conferencing and video collaboration, which is crucial for the effectiveness and performance of today's business. However, they are not willing to use cloud-based solutions, and they are constantly looking for, so-called on-premises, self-hosted solutions. And this is our main target. So we help customers to be productive, to be efficient, and to communicate inside their teams, inside their companies with the latest technology. However, not connecting to some cloud resources, to have such technologies inside their premises, inside their networks. That's the main part of our business.
Now, before I get into the next question, which is what sets you apart from the rest of the market, I need to explain something to the viewers because I spend a lot of time on this show talking about the things that go in this room, the things that go in the boardrooms, like the cameras, the microphones. But when you set up video conferencing, there is more to it than what's in the rooms. And back in the old days, you were talking about 20 years ago, I used to see you at the trade shows and we'd have to come, it was challenging, the technology we had to come up with just to make video work. But part of the problem was when I came into the industry, I'm like, okay, so I have my camera in one room and I have my camera in another room and they talk to each other. It doesn't work that way. They have to talk to a computer that runs the video conferencing software. And that computer, it was a really special, powerful computer, and you run it in the closet, and it was called On-Prem because it was on your premises, and that's the way we did video. Anyone doing video had to have that computer on their premises. And then we had this revolution of cloud. And anyone who knows the old joke, cloud is just someone else's computer. So people started taking these on-prem computers and saying, tell you what, I'm running a cloud service. I'm running David's cloud service. I have my computer running it. Have your video conferencing call mine. And people are like, wow, the cloud is great. I don't have to buy a box. I just pay $10, $15 a month, and I have my cloud service. It's wonderful. It's convenient. I was one of the ones who said, I'm done with on-prem. The world doesn't need it anymore. But I wasn't thinking. Some people need on-prem. And that's why he mentioned his customers are particularly security minded. Because if you're in a security company or government or healthcare, it might not even be your choice. It might just be the rules that you're not allowed to use cloud. You're not allowed to have certain data on someone else's computer. So that's the difference between, so the world went to cloud and TrueConf kept developing on-prem. I'm like, why are you wasting your time developing on-prem? I didn't get it. But that's the differentiator. So can you tell us about how you differentiate between the other vendors in the market with on-premise solutions?
Exactly, David. This is a very big potential market for on-premises solutions, and the situation is very interesting. All major players, they are basically ignoring the needs of such customers who are looking for on-prem solutions, and there are many of them, and they're very, very carefully selecting their options because there are many reasons behind on-premises type of thinking for customers. It's not only security and some local laws and regulations in different countries, which evolve with every year, and we see more and more restrictions for privacy regulation, which also force customers to consider on-premises solutions. But also, they're actually more cost-effective, because if you multiply the typical size of enterprise on a typical cloud-based pricing, it could be a dramatical difference, and we can offer more and more flexible options. For example, some of our customers are charged not by number of users, but by number of CPUs, for example, or servers or instances. So we're very flexible, and this is something not available for cloud offerings. But we always try to be not just different, we always try to be a little bit in front of technology. I'd like to remind you that TrueConf was the first company to deliver three-dimensional point-to-point video calls. We did it back in 2016, as I remember, in Vegas during InfoComm 2016. We demonstrated using Samsung 3D screens, the 3D video call using special glasses and special cameras. A couple of years later, together with Logitech, we were the first company to demonstrate the real 4K, 30 frames per second, point-to-point video call. It happened on Integrated System Europe 2018, as I remember. So we did a lot of stuff. For example, we have some very specific solution for telemedicine, so we can encode video with more bits dedicated for the depth, color depth. So on a special medical equipment, we can see more grades of red, for example. And some other customizations are always follow every deal, because enterprise customers, large customers, they always have a lot of requirements, and we are able to fulfill them. We are able to customize our solution and develop something specific for them. It's not a big issue for us. So this is how we usually do business. So we try to be very innovative, and we try to offer the best possible quality for on-premises deployments. That's, I think, our key difference.
Yeah, I've noticed your development team, because, and we're not going to go through all, we wanted to keep the show, so we're not going to go through all of your solutions here, but you have a lot of solutions. And when I look at the feature list, we mentioned some of the things that you actually were ahead of the curve, but just keeping up with the curve is hard in our industry. And when I see new features coming out from the leading cloud services, one of them comes out with it and all the rest of them come out with it soon afterwards, because whether it's virtual backgrounds or noise reduction or whatever the feature of the day is, once it's out, everyone wants it. And I figure it's probably the same code for all these cloud things. Once one of them develops, it can't be that hard for the rest. But you're in your own, you're on-prem. You have a totally different way of doing things. And when I look at this looks what a modern video conferencing meeting is. I mean, you have all the features. So your development team, you must have a big development team, because they're not able to take advantage of everyone else's development, but you're keeping up with the features.
It is, that's true. We are very focused on the needs of on-prem customers, and it looks the same, and the application looks like others. Of course, it is a little bit different. I will always recognize, I'm able to recognize our conference from any others in a few seconds. However, a lot of advanced features are not visible for users, like in the cloud solutions. So we have a lot of under the hood. But so for on-prem customers, they value most or compared to other features, they mostly value the scalability and the high availability and the overall performance of the solution. They have to be sure that the solution will be always available inside their networks for thousands of their users. And the robustness of the solution has more value for the customers than new modern features, which are not proved to be efficient for the customer. So we carefully select the features always, and we have a very a straight strategy for the new features. We ask the customers, are they willing to, let's say, pay for the development of specific feature? And if they're not, so maybe it's not time yet. So we have to wait a little bit when the hype will goes down and the customer will be sure whether they need this or not. So most of our features are requested by the customers, and a lot of them are actually prepaid by customers. So we put some features into the contract with the large customer, and this is the best proof for us that they need this they need this feature. If one customer is okay to pay for a specific feature, this is the best proof that other customers will also are looking for this feature. So the market needs this feature. So we always try to listen in this way for the market needs. Let's say 80% of features we have at some point of a time, they were selected by our customers, not us. And what we are focusing on is architecture and scalability and technology insight, which allows us to implement features requested by customers. So we are very strongly focused on the needs of our large customers. And of course, we have some new features, but the best thing about TrueConf, it is very, very scalable. So it's basically your private cloud based on the similar technology we have in the global cloud solutions. So we can utilize a very small number of instances and virtual machines to provide video conferencing capabilities and messaging capabilities to hundreds of thousands of users. We have cases with monthly, as one of our customers, some of our customers, they have 500,000 conferences per month. And we have not a single customer like that. Some of our customers, they have 3 or even 400,000 users, active users monthly, just a single customer. And we have many of them. So we are not able to tell our customer that you need, let's say, 100 virtual machines to achieve this, those such a large number of hours of conferencing and or large number of connected users. So we have to develop very well optimized solution, and we're very successful at it. Our solutions are highly optimized, so we can squeeze every bit of performance, every percent of performance from every machine, from endpoints point of view, from servers point of view, to guarantee our customers that the solution will work most of the time without any issues. And many of our customers are never restart the service. So until we release the new update, it could be 1 year or half in a year without restarting the video conferencing service. So reliable it is.
Nice. I want to get into AI. AI is the big topic of the day, but really quickly, I just have to tell my viewers, the reason we talk about the scalability, and actually I might have to have you on back to talk more about the scalability because it's so important. Anyone in the industry might be saying, David, you're talking about on-prem versus cloud. You got to talk about the elephant in the room. You got to talk about scalability. With cloud, scalability isn't the question. I hire more people, I buy more licenses. I hire more people, I buy more licenses. With on-prem, scalability used to be a real issue because I would buy, like I said, I have to buy a box. That box supports 100 calls. If I want to make 101 calls, I got to buy another box. and scalability was impossible. You had to keep buying more boxes, buy bigger and bigger and more expensive servers. And we can't really get into the technology of how you do it now. But like he was saying, they have optimizations, they have virtual machines. It's not an issue anymore. The scalability to not just hundreds. I mean, scaling to hundreds was impossible, but scaling to hundreds of thousands. And that's, I feel like we're not doing it justice here. We really don't have time because I got to ask you, AI, everyone's doing something fun with AI. What are we doing with AI at TrueConf?
Well, we are doing a lot of stuff actually for AI. So far, we already offering our customers some basic AI features like virtual backgrounds, noise suppression, face tracking, multiple faces tracking for conferencing rooms. We're also offering on-premises, not cloud-based, speech-to-text recognition, summarization. Later, by end of this year, we're going to release the translation, AI-based translation. And we will see, because a lot of hype in AI at the moment, so we have to carefully select the features. There are many opportunities, many ways we can go with AI, but I believe the summarization is the first. Virtual backgrounds and summarization are the only usable features at the moment. Everything else is not proved to be very efficient because recognized conferences, a lot of text from conferences actually never read by users. They could be searched for some information, but they never return for recordings and speech for the text. But summarization is useful. Maybe integration with some other systems will follow. For example, we can automatically create new events, new tasks. We can extract some useful information from the meetings to help people to make better decisions. Maybe I believe it will be possible to bring some intellectual search so we can search for messages through conferences for not for specific terms, but we can search about ideas, some meanings which are close for the search term. Also, I think we will be able very soon to bring some analytics. So it will be possible to analyze performance of the participants of conferences, who is doing good, who brings some value to the meetings, who is just sitting, doing nothing. For business, it could be useful information, not just some room analytics, but the entire conference through the entire number of conferences happening through enterprise analytics. It also can be done with the help of AI technology. So a lot of stuff are not released yet. A lot of stuff will follow, but we are not sure which features will be the most useful yet. So we will see. A lot of things.
It's exciting times. AI is, and like you said, some things are real now, some things aren't real yet. But AI is happening. It is enhancing the way we use this stuff. So it's exciting. Now, I have a question that it may seem like a silly question, but if we're on-prem and everything's all connected and we're not going out to the cloud, how the heck, I can't live without, I gotta have my stuff on my phone. So am I not able to, can I get to a TrueConf meeting on my phone, or do I got to plug this into the wall somehow now so I can be on-prem? How do I be on-prem with this?
Well, it depends on employee politics. Some customers of us, they give away their corporate smartphones for the users, and they are not allowed to use not corporate smartphones to connect to corporate resources. Sometimes they're not able to bring their personal smartphone or tablet to their workplace, especially for critical infrastructure objects like nuclear plants. It's just not possible. So you have to put it in a safe room and go through without your smartphone. So it's not just air-gapped networks. They care about security very much. And so smartphones are fully supported, of course, but not all customers are utilizing the power of smartphones. However, our idea and the vision is that the smartphone is the king. And the smartphone technology will power very soon. It's already happening. The room equipment. So we have Android for video conferencing, and we will have Android for room appliances as well. It's happening, and we also have Android TV application, which were the first video conferencing application in the Google Play for many years until Google Meet released its own application last year. And mobile experience is similar. So we have the same technologies, the same power of TrueConf. The large conferences up to 2,000 participants. Up to 49 people on screen. They're very high quality. For desktops, we do support 4K Ultra HD. For mobiles, we fully support 1080p. And for users, there is no difference. So you can connect to the meeting from your smartphone attached to the magnet in your car. It could be your vacation with your tablet, whatever. So mobile usage is very convenient, very easy to use. However, if we consider the on-premises usage, there are some differences. For example, we advise our customers to install the border controller. We have a border control application for our own protocol, which additionally secure the connections of remote users, mobile users inside the corporate protected environment. There are some other things which can be additionally done to make sure that remote users, mobile users are trusted. For example, we can use additional authentication methods for remote employees. So if you are connecting from inside your local network, you do it automatically with Active Directory integration, for example, using single sign-on from your corporate domain account. But if you're connected from outside network, we can give you some additional challenges to make sure that it is you who are connecting to corporate resources. And we have many such features requested by enterprises every day. And there could be a different conversation just about the security of remote employees, but it can be done. It is not an issue for on-premises deployment. However, we have to rely heavily on the Google infrastructure for push notifications, Apple infrastructure for push notifications, and some others push notification services in some other countries to make sure that a remote user, mobile user can receive a call, a message in time. Otherwise, they need to have an application running all the time. That's an issue. However, it can be done. It can be also protected. Google services and Apple services are very quick and encrypted. It shouldn't be an issue. At least information security teams at our customers, they telling us it is okay to send push notifications outside of the local premises.
Nice. And final question. Video has become a general use tool. Everyone's using video for everything. But sometimes I find that certain industries, certain sectors will use a certain vendor for certain reasons. Not the best way of saying that. I think you get what I'm saying. Are there any particular sectors or industries that that really have been traditional TrueConf customers that you're targeting?
Yeah, as I told you in the beginning of this session, that the government and some critical infrastructure objects, and some large enterprises, they're the typical customers. However, there are some other interesting cases we have. For example, I will mention just three of them, which are very interesting. For example, in Europe, we have GDPR, which prohibits to send information about patients, for example, outside of the country territory. So let's say telemedicine providers and hospitals and some other telemedicine customers, they are not able to use cloud solutions because this way they will violate the local GDPR law. And in many countries, they just don't follow it. But in Germany, they're very, very serious about it. And that's why in telemedicine, we have a lot of telemedicine customers in Germany, for example. Another case is connected with regions of our planet with bad internet connections. And there are still many of them. We have a lot of countries in Africa, in Oceania, where they have a very bad connectivity to the global video conferencing services. South Africa is a good example, and we can offer customers much better quality of video calls because the data, the bits and packets are not sent across the ocean. They're managed locally. And it's also very true for countries which are distributed across many islands. They have very limited channels. They are not able to connect the outbound channel, for example, from a single island. It could be very limited for all kind of IT services, just streaming, YouTube, video conferencing, emails, remote work, whatever. And it is not possible to dedicate full bandwidth just for video conference. So many, especially government customers, they install the local servers and they make sure that they are not utilizing the very limited bandwidth they have. And another case is the companies who are dealing with some sensitive information. It could be patents, it could be the pieces of Hollywood blockbusters not released yet. And they prefer to use not cloud solutions, but on-prem solutions to prepare such documents and information, to collaborate on such documents or some 3D scans. So because we fully support 4K content sharing and 4K video, so we can make sure that artists connected across the ocean in a very secure way, in the highest possible quality, and they can collaborate together, making sure that nobody ever will be able to see, even if they work in a data center for a global cloud provider, they will never be able to see because it is on-prem installation. Only employees of this agency, for example, are able to see this information. And another last case is let's say, the on-vessel usage of video conferencing. We have many customers in defense, Navy, and cruise companies who they're running very large ships. They have thousands of staff, just employees on the ship, and they need education, synchronization, some briefings, some meetings about different topics, and they're not able to utilize the very limited satellite internet for cloud-based meetings. So they install the on-prem version of our server on board. It could be a ship, it could be an oil rig, just somewhere where we don't have the internet connectivity to perform the local conferencing, which is much required to be productive, to be effective, to communicate and collaborate. It's impossible today to work together without collaboration tools.
Yeah, I was on a cruise a few years ago. I didn't even think about this, and the internet was not great all the time. I would not have been able to do cloud video meetings from that cruise ship. So if you need to do meetings within, and not just cloud, you have chat. I mean, just any kind of communication. There needs to be something on the ship. I didn't think about that, but it makes sense.
Please, some Antarctic stations, they also use it because they're located like on the moon, so they're not able to use
right. Any final thoughts for our viewers?
My advice is that video conferencing is very not new technology, so it's very not old also, but it is developed enough that all solutions are very similar, and there are not many options for on-premises deployment. So give a try for TrueConf. We offer a free version for 50 users, just no advertisement, no time limits, no quality limits, whatever. Just download the free version of our server for your Linux-based virtual machine, Windows dedicated to virtual machines. Give it a try, and we will be happy to assist you.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being here. And thanks, everyone, for watching. Have a great day, and please like and subscribe.
Thank you, David. It was a pleasure to be with you today. Thank you for having me. Have a nice day.
Thanks.